That's good. So ShipShape's philosophy is to provide a hassle-free method of hull surface maintenance. And the clue is that it will be the crew that is using the solution while the vessel is transiting. Hence the name, in-transit cleaning of hulls, which we have abbreviated with the word ITCH. Now I would like to run a film that works as a good introduction to our solution. So please bear with me and keep your audio up.
The ShipShave ITCH, in-transit cleaning of hulls. The lightweight ITCH plug-and-play system is a semi-autonomous hull cleaning robot that harvests propulsion energy to clean the hull underwater. It is so user-friendly that it can be installed and operated by the vessel's crew during sailing. ITCH removes all types of biofouling. The controlled forces and soft brushes cause minimal wear to anti-fouling paint, allowing more frequent cleaning. First, secure the winch on the forecastle deck and provide power outlet. Confirm the vessel's draft in the user software. Deploy the ITCH robot. The ITCH seeks the hull and immediately starts sweeping by harvesting the ship's propulsion energy. Soft brushes move up and down the hull in a defined pattern with controlled brush forces. The unit's tail camera allows you to witness the process and also inspect the hull. You may discover hull inefficiencies beyond fouling. Once completed, swap sides of the tow bar and redeploy on the other side. ShipShave ITCH is ready for hull cleaning whenever you are. The ShipShave.
Yeah, thank you. I will not spend too much time talking about the obvious incentives of grooming. The two top bullet points there. The CIA should be a hot potato these days, with most operators of vessels currently working on the enhanced SAMP and the EEXI. And then, of course, the regulations coming on invasive species, where we know now that fouling is the big brother when it comes to in relation to ballast water treatment. Now, it's the third point here is maybe more of an interesting point, as we ShipShape could not have come up with this one on our own. It's a paint manufacturer who made us aware that with the ITCH on board, you can go for a harder paint. You don't need to have a soft self-polishing paint, because you can clean at any frequency that you want. Now, to set the scene of what our solution offers, I will paint the picture. But on this note here on wider selection of antifouling, today actually we got an order in from an owner with silicone paint, and as most viewers know, that is a delicate paint. So we are happy that the vessel has chosen ITCH for that. So I said I would paint the picture of overconsumption. Today, the fuel price is, I guess, more than $1,000 per ton. So I actually had to add a line to this diagram, because before it was sort of hovering between $450 and $600. But I think it's fair to say that when the vessel has an overconsumption of around 1 or 2%, then it might be too early to identify that you have an overconsumption. And then when you get to this point, then you're getting to identify that there's an overconsumption, but maybe then you cannot arrange for hull cleaning in the ports that the vessel is trading, and quickly you escalate to the right on this graph. And this is per 1 month for a handy-sized vessel. And we have assumed that the handy-sized vessel would steam about 22 days in any month and burning $30 per day. So then you can imagine the overconsumption is indeed costing money. And we understand with the dialogue that we have with worldwide operators of vessels that you might even be higher than this. But this is, I guess, a sober example of what overconsumption can cost. Now, we have done several verifications of our solution. Only one where we have an independent third-party accreditor like DNV behind. This calculation was done based on 2 long voyages with 1 week apart on the 2 legs. And DNV was calculating that the vessel had a 10% decrease in consumption after ShipShape had been on board for development testing of a tool to remove established fouling. Now, we do not focus so much on the numerical value of the 10% that DNV has stated herein. We understand that such savings will differ, they will vary, even between sister vessels in identical trade. So we rather say that we know that each is giving you a benefit if you use it. So whether it's 12%, if it's 8%, we say that there's a benefit of using each. This is an image of a dry docking done in December last year. It's a pilot customer of ours that got the equipment on board in September. They used the equipment 3 times before dry docking, and they only used it on starboard side. And their analog approach was set up to take images and compare the 2 sides of the vessel once the vessel was dry. And you can see here clearly on starboard side, there is considerably less fouling than on port side. And let me assure you, the wear to the paint, that was done before each was on board. So when the fouling was removed from port side, it appeared the same way, where the paint was worn off naturally by 5 years in the water and by other types of hull cleaning over those 5 years. Now this vessel is freshly painted, and they will use each on both sides, comparing the fuel figures with a sister vessel in identical trade. So we are looking forward to hearing from this entity, where we can maybe be able to set 2 lines under the answer of the savings obtained by each. Now this slide here is sort of hot off the press. We just did a test on a large container vessel in the Mediterranean. She had been in the water for 4.5 years with no hull cleaning. She's due for docking this summer, and I learned that in 18 knots this vessel burns 100 tons per day. And early figures from this owner is a 10% reduction in consumption after a ShipShape team was on board development testing. So we hope that as the vessel gets more comparative data from sailing after our visit, that we can sort of solidify the reduction. And the owner has sort of indicated that the reduction can be higher than 10%. So, but they wanted to say at this stage about 10%. So you can imagine with 100 tons a day, this our solution and the return on investment is rather quickly. So what I want to say again for the itch is that you should, for itch version 1, you should start with a clean hull and then you should proactively groom by soft brushes. And this is what we sell today, but we are constantly trying to expand the operational window. And this is what we did on the container vessel that I last used the slide on. So what is our system consist of? And the main two components is this, what let's call it a cleaning robot, the itch. It's 5 kilos and 1.5 meter long, and it had soft brushes to remove early stage fouling. The second component is a winch, and the winch is portable. It needs no fitting and no modifications to the vessel. It only needs to be secured to a strong point on the forecastle deck. Now, here we have used an example to secure it to a bollard, but it could easily be secured to the fundament on the winch or even the railing. The winch only pulls with 150 kilos. Now, so then you secure the winch and connect the power, and you're ready to go. So what we sort of jokingly say is that the crew needs to unbox the solution, and then they're ready. No modifications to the vessel is required. Now, this image here is from a perfect example of grooming. This vessel had the equipment on board in June in Bahrain, new paint, and waited for the slime to establish. You cannot see any slime before I start the movie, but you can see in this part of the screen, you will be able to see where the unit has removed slime and where it has not yet been. You can see the line here. So this vessel has used the itch since mid-October last year. And the most recent films that we have gotten from the vessel, there is still no fouling on the hull. So the paint, together with the itch, is indeed doing its work. So since that time, we have done a lot of working also to different brushes to be able to remove also established fouling. But how to communicate to an online audience that the brush is soft and will not damage the paint mechanically? So I think it's a bit tough in something that it would be easier to present in person, of course. But you can imagine the pressure that is put onto the brush here is not great. So there will be no damage to the paint caused by this brush. Now this slide here I made more than a year ago, and then it was sort of a slide. I don't know what is happening here. It was a slide that was made to convince the evaluators that we have done our homework, that all we tested on different types of vessels, that we tested at different speeds and with different levels of fouling. But today it's more, it speaks more to me like the interest from the market, because all this testing has been done in peak COVID periods where charterers, owners, and class representatives were not on board the vessels. But yet ship chefs, engineers were on board these vessels in peak COVID days to development test. And to me, that is a picture of the interest in the market to see a solution where it's the crew that is in charge of the hull performance, and that there's no need for high-cost specialists nor idle time for the vessel. So as I still use that slide for that purpose, and I think it speaks volumes of the interest. So where does ShipShape go from here? We are still a young company here in Norway. Our clients are worldwide, and we need to gather more operational data from the users. Today we have 20 systems in operations, and we still aim to improve and to simplify. And that we can do only by learning from the existing customer base. And also we are launching a supplementary tool, so we have more than one leg to stand on. So that's it for me, John.